practicing like a ton for these individual leagues.
I do remember him saying in a recent interview, or maybe a couple weeks ago, that his goal for this year was simply to get better. I remember like saying something like that. It might have been actually in the Star League interview.
Yeah, it is possible.
We are seeing improvement.
He is looking better, and we're going to go into game number 2 here, guys, between Rogue and MyuNgSiK on Overgrowth. Down here in the bottom left, in the red, it is Rogue.
And up here in the top right, it is MyuNgSiK. Up a game.
Very surprising to me. Not the fact that he's up a game, but just in the way he did it. Macro game was quite strong. Going back to those MyuNgSiK Phoenixes, him and Stats were a couple of the Protosses that kind of stuck with that for the longest time, I think, and made that kind of their style. And showing it again today, bringing it back. Like you were saying before, it's not the most common strategy these days, but MyuNgSiK can make it work, it seems.
It's still solid. It's still a solid strategy. Can still work. I remember when Zest was still using it a while ago. Like, I guess it was a while ago now, maybe 6 months ago. But he was one of the last to really not transition for a time, and he still made it work so well. Same with Hero for a time. Yeah, he still loved it. We are seeing the same build order from MyuNgSiK in the same building placement.
Yeah. And this time Rogue actually brave enough to put down a hatch first without a scout.
Looks like it's going to be double hatch before pull, actually.
Wow.
Unless he's going to scout with this this drone.
Okay, yeah. Maybe he'll just take the gold. You know, anything can happen here on Overgrowth. I do doubt it, though. It does come down to greet this probe.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't scouted. He's just going to bring a second one down. But after seeing no pylon go down, he's like, okay, you're not doing it.
Yep. And it looks like Rogue will be going into that spawning pool once again.
That he will. Even making a couple of drones before that spawning pool, so quite confident here that MyuNgSiK isn't going for any kind of cannons.
And a much earlier third base for Rogue this time. So, okay, getting a little bit more greedy, a little bit more comfortable against how MyuNgSiK is playing. Let's see what Rogue has planned this time. This map, not a mad map at all for Swarmhose play. But is that really Rogue's style to go into Swarmhose? He seemed to really struggle with the timing when it came to Vipers in the last map. He got them out just a little too late, and MyuNgSiK was already way too prepared for it with 4 Templar waiting for them. So if he wants to get that to happen, he's got to get them just a little bit earlier. Generally, if you really wanted to make it work and you want it in a decent timing, you'd put down the Infestation Pit at the same time as that Hydra Den. Make it really quick.
Yeah. Well, the first 2 Lings are out on the map. The Nexus does finish as well. Overlord coming through the base a bit early. Cybernetics Core only finishing up now. Maybe a Chrono Boost on the Stalker to get that guy out of there. And no wall down there at the Natural just yet. Only at the top of the ramp.
Yeah. Yeah, so this Overlord's going to go down pretty quickly because of this. A couple of Lings could maybe find a probe kill.
Nice mineral walk to get away from there. Pylon does come down. And only 1 gas taken so far by Rogue, and it's at the Natural.
Yeah, about like a minute quicker than he'd probably wanted to get in normal timing. So he wants Zergling's speed on the map just a bit quicker this time. Gonna get that map control, make sure MyuNgSiK can't go for a third base.
Zergling scouting everywhere. Funnily enough, 2-player map in Overgrowth. Still a lot of places to proxy, and sometimes Protosses can get a bit freaky with the proxies on this map. So nice scouting with the 4 Lings, but nothing just yet. Normal play. We do see 2 Gateways at the front, so MyuNgSiK can definitely put on some pressure with this. Decent 3-gate pressure there at that third base.
Yeah, adding 3 gates and not much else, you know. Now he's adding a forge. Not much else. I guess he's just kind of applying pressure. With that probe and 2 stalkers, he can really start to scare Rogue because, you know, Rogue has dealt with this kind of play before from MyuNgSiK. He adds a lot of gateways and goes for some sort of rush. But he should be fine. But he's really, you know what, this is doing a lot of damage to Rogue indirectly. You know, it's stopping a lot of larvae from making any workers. And oh, getting us around on at least one of them.
They will, and even the cancel on the
nice.
pylon, like you were saying before, this is all he wanted to see. He wanted to see a large number of lings.
Almost lost the second stalker there. But yeah, it did a lot. It forced out so many Zerglings that Rogue did not want to make. That third base is still pretty empty. It's going to be half saturated in a second. It's a nice fake out from MyuNgSiK.
I think Rogue's freaking out a bit as well, putting him down double Spore Crawler. He doesn't really know what's going on. He's like, oh, you just pressured with like 2 units and that's it?
Yeah.
MyuNgSiK's like, yeah, that's all I did. I'm taking the third base.
See, he's in his brain at this point. He's getting getting played, man. He doesn't know yet that the third base is going up either, which is a really big deal. He's going to find it eventually with this Speedling, unless he chooses not to scout it. He's going to scout it now. He's going to be like, oh, okay, it was just delayed for some reason. This is weird. Sees how many sentries are there. He's like, that's where your gas went. So, kind of got a little bit outplayed there. He's going to throw down a Hydralisk Den once again.
Yeah, and that actually gets scouted immediately, even before it's halfway done. So MyuNgSiK knows what's coming. Going to want to get those Colossi out in due time. Though he is going for the Templar Archives first.
Yeah, looks like he'll time out nicely with getting to +2. So we could see Blinks, +2 Blink Stalkers coming to the map with a nice and early third base. See how many more gateways are added. Going up to 5 gates being added at this point.
We have a Stargate on the map after he saw the Hydra Den coming down. I wonder what he could be going for here. I mean, Twilight Council does finish. No tech just yet.
I think it might be for Phoenix again, but maybe like Hidden Phoenix. Judging by where the rally point is, it's like almost next to the Stargate, so maybe he wants to build up a bunch of Phoenix before he brings them onto the map in case there's going to be a Muta switch, perhaps? It's kind of a weird way to look at it, but I guess it's not a bad idea to have the tech just in case Mutas will be on the map. We'll see if he makes anything with it directly, instantly after it finishes.
Not just yet. For now, just a Blink and +2 on the way, and an Oracle.
An Oracle
will come out. Just very, very delayed Oracles, I guess.
Not a bad idea. The main base of Rogue has no Spore Crawler, so if he can get in there, it can do a lot of damage. And this is a lot of Hydra Ling coming towards what MyuNgSiK has, but look how many sentries MyuNgSiK has.
Yeah. This is the kind of map, actually, as the Protoss, where you can just force field the ramp over and over and over again if you've got enough.
He has 13. He has more than enough.
Yeah, it looks like Rogue wants to come from 2 sides. Is MyuNgSiK paying attention? Yes, he is. The Lings all get through, but the Hydra's not doing much.
It's like he doesn't get any of the sentries.
And cannons are coming down even as well.
Yeah, MyuNgSiK playing so defensively. He's got 2 Oracles now. Looks like they will be making their way towards the main base. This could be a lot of damage, Valdez.
It could. The Hydras are repositioning right now. MyuNgSiK has not identified this. He does not have a Robo for those observers to actually keep an eye on this army. But he does see it there, and he does put down the Photon Cannon, Nexus Cannon. Now the Oracles are going to come into the main base. The Spore is not ready.
Ooh.
Only 2 kills. The Hydras were in position, it seems.
They had just hatched in the nick of time to deal with it. And what is Rogue's kind of follow-up going to be? He's adding just so many more Zerglings. Now going into Hive. No Enduring Locust or anything. I think we might actually see just another sort of Viper tech.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, I guess it'll be good for the Blinding Cloud, but already Blink on the Stalkers and +2. No upgrades for Rogue right now.
This is not a good fight for Rogue, I don't think. Oh, unless he gets a nice concave like that.
There's just like too many force fields.
There's
and also
so
he's up 2 upgrades right now. He's getting the +1 armor.
Yeah, this is going to be a very hard fight if Rogue ever tries to take it.
I mean, MyuNgSiK can just sit back and do this all day. He's got so many force fields.
Yeah, with 13 sentries, you can do anything you want on the map. You have essentially the map-making program open at this point, and you're fixing it to however you want.
Yeah, in real time.
It's real time. It's like, oh.
It's quite a good ability, wouldn't you say, Moonglade?
Yeah, I say, oh, I'll just add a wall here. Oh, what's that? You can't do anything until you have Ultralisks?
Yeah. Well, I do like the transition into Swarmos here, kind of identifying
he needs them.
Composition of MyuNgSiK decently
them now.
early. He's going to have 11 out in due time, and it's going to be a lot of Locusts right in MyuNgSiK's face as he tries to go for this attack.
You can still force field a lot of the Locusts out and go for like a hatchery snipe. Something that's very strong, and especially on this map, if you get around to that third base, sort of force field off behind the hatchery, you can just kill the hatch so easily. But it looks like do have a nice foothold near the goal base for Rogue now.
Really nice read there, actually, with the scout, with the Zerglings. Knowing that MyuNgSiK would just kind of try to go for some harass at the 4th base while pushing in over here. But where are the units? Okay, the Locusts are being rallied over here, but
MyuNgSiK doesn't care, man.
yeah, he's just going past it. He's blinking forward.
Oh, boy. There goes the natural, and there goes the main into recall.
Oh my god. And look at all these Zealots over here at the 4th base. He's not actually attacking with all of them. And Rogue is deciding to just go for a huge counterattack in the meantime.
Yeah, he's going to do what he can. Nothing to block the natural of MyuNgSiK. So all these Zerglings are running on in.
But I don't know. He can just snipe that hive and recall if he wants.
I think that would be the plan, and there it
go.
is.
A lot of sentries do get left behind, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, it does.
But then again, no 4th base, no natural, and no main. And Rogue is like, I guess I will just back off.
I guess I'm on 1 base against your 4 base. Like, and he just lost nearly all his Zerglings because of how the recall went.
That was a huge play by MyuNgSiK. That just won him the game, I think.
Essentially did, unless we see some really nice like totaling Swarmos play or something from Rogue. But at the same time, we have MyuNgSiK already
going to lose his last base.
Yeah.
These Zealots are actually going to be able to snipe it.
Oh my god.
Not enough DPS here. I think it's getting really close here. He will be able to get it. And Rogue is going to be revealed soon. No, okay, he's making some hatcheries in the main.
Yeah, that is disgusting. We are seeing 2 Robo Colossus being made at the same time, so he's going to have a hard counter for pretty much Locusts in general. While
Rogue is making 5 hatcheries. This is putting so much delay into the mining of Rogue.
And
dancing the Zealots. He's not even attacking.
Oh my god.
That's how confident MyuNgSiK is to win this game right now. I'm pretty confident in him as well. He's got double Colossi plus Storm, plus all these heavily upgraded Stalkers and Sentries.
No Hive to make Vipers either. This is pretty much the most horrible situation you could possibly be in for Rogue. And now that his Swarmos are completely out of position as well. Nice and vision on the army. He knows exactly where it is, what kind of composition it is. Could not be in a more comfortable position is MyuNgSiK.
He's just playing so well. We do have a large number of Zealots once again being warped in over at that pylon. Never got cleaned up. Going straight for that 3rd base. And that's going to be going down. There's no defense here. There's 1 queen. And those Zealots have +3 attack. There we go. Hatchery goes down once again. The Roaches are too late. And now the Zealots are killing drones. These Locusts aren't really doing much.
No, they can't do much. Not against 3 Colossus. When you get at least 3, it becomes so much easier to wipe them out. And now he has 5.
Rogue had a couple of his hatcheries up, but he wasn't even mining at the same time. He was focusing on controlling his army. And that's not what he needs right now. His multitasking needs to be on point if he has any chance at all of winning this game.
Oh, he's got to be careful. He's getting a little too close with his Swarmos especially. And now he's fighting with his Hydra Roach, and they're just going to get completely decimated in this situation.
Way too much Protoss here.
Way too much.
Look at the supplies. Rogue just like used all of his larvae. There it is, GG. MyuNgSiK takes down Rogue in a very, very clean 2-0.
Very clean, very crisp by MyuNgSiK. Really unexpected as well. Completely dismantling Rogue.
Yeah, man. What did we say at the beginning of this day? MyuNgSiK is probably not going to get out of this group. I'm having some second thoughts, man. This guy is playing so well today.
He really is. He's playing like a true macro Protoss, you know? Like,
yeah, man.
I haven't seen him play like this in a long time.
And that was like one of the smartest moves I've ever seen as well. He saw Rogue's army totally out of position. He runs right by it, makes a wall with the sentries, kills 2 hatcheries plus the hive, and then just recalls and takes no damage.
That's what happens.
That's how you win a game in one attack, man.
When you have 12 sentries, you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
And then you can get out of there alive with Mothership Core.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Love it.
How are you liking the Protoss race today, MyuNgSiK?
Oh, it's fantastic.
You're loving it, right?
No,
good.
It's great. No. It's never happened to me before in like half my games against Protoss.
Really?
No, never. No, it's really well done. It definitely is an opportunity that you can take.
Yeah.
I mean, if Zerg's out of position, they're out of position. And all it takes is just run by in a nice force field wall.
Yeah. It looked like Rogue might have been posturing up to take the gold, possibly, or just like defend at the third base because he was just trying to defend with the Locusts, but you could just run by them. You know, if you've got a wall of Roach Hydra there at that ramp, you're not just going to blink by. You're going to take way too much damage.
Yeah.
Whereas the Locusts, they were spawning as the Stalkers and Sentries were coming through, and you can just force field them off.
And the beautiful thing at the same time was that MyuNgSiK had a massive warp in of Zealots to the right side
while
he was taking out the natural and main base. And everything just fell apart in like a 30-second period.
Yeah, man. It was insane. But, guys, we are going to have a 7-minute break before we go to the winner's match, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.